Good morning, everyone. Welcome to EZY Marketing and to our 30-minute webinar, Holiday Marketing. So we are really excited to have you here, and let's get going because I know you are ready. My name is Katrine Fredriksson. I have EZY Marketing, and we've been in business for over, almost 25 years. Here is our contact information, and we are a marketing firm. We do websites, we do social media, logos, printed materials, but more than anything else, we run social media for companies. So when it comes to holiday marketing, whether you are selling online or trying to get foot traffic into your store, online marketing can help you be successful during the holidays and beyond. And many companies, especially retail companies, they bring in as much as 30% of their yearly sales during this period. So that is super important. It's also important for nonprofits, and we're going to include you guys into this workshop today with looking at some ideas. So your business might not have the typical Black Friday products, but people are always looking for deals and ready to buy. I don't know what you do, but during those days, Thanksgiving, and especially the week after, I keep an eye on my cell phone and make sure I don't miss any deals. So even if you're not a company that usually people expect to have Black Friday deals, you can still have it in there and you can still remind them of your existence. So we're going to put a couple of ideas in here so we can look at, because, for example, if you're an accounting firm, you can offer an end of year tax planning package, for example, or like we can offer 20% off social media audit for the first 20 clients that sign up. So those are a couple of ideas for the non-traditional company for that offer specialties for Thanksgiving. When it comes to purchases, I just looked this number up, and it's actually 56.2% of all holiday purchases are expected to take place online. So that's a lot. So if we look at what's driving online sales, we will see that web traffic is the biggest drive of holiday sales. So we need to make sure that all the channels we have, website, social media, email marketing, maybe even printed material, that you have that ready for the coming season. So first, let's prepare your marketing for the holidays. We are less than 6 weeks away. It's a little bit, how can it be 6 weeks? But it is. So we have Thanksgiving, but then you have Black Friday. On Saturday, that weekend, is what's called Small Business Saturday. That was founded in 2010, and it's to encourage customers to shop at the small local stores. So if you have a brick and mortar store, you definitely want to target this day. And then we have Cyber Friday, Giving Tuesdays, that is for the nonprofit, and so on. So let's put those dates in mind when you start to plan put together your plans for your marketing. Number one here, what is your goal? With anything that has to do with marketing plan, you need to identify your goals in the first step. Most probably you are looking to increase your revenue or increase your donations, but here we actually want you to put down a number. Okay, and not until you put it down on a piece of paper have you really put down your goal and know where you're going. At the end of this webinar, I'm going to give you access to 2 pages of planning. that you can print and fill out. And the first one here is, what is your goal? What are your numbers that you want to reach? Next thing, we're going to look at who you're targeting. You need to think about the best customer. This may be a real person or just an ideal customer, but you need to know who they are, what they need, and you need to think about what they are looking for. What can you do that help them and take care of any of their issues in any way? So take a few minutes to think about this, because that's really going to help you create a holiday offer designed especially for them. And it's also going to find you new customers, just like the one you already have. So to take action, what are we going to do? As we said, you're going to write down who they are and what they like. And the next thing we need to look at, what are your best customers finding value in? Think about what makes you stand out from your competitors. Why are the customers going to come to you? How are you going to make their life better? And once you have tuned in to your customers' needs, you are able to position your holiday offer as a solution to their needs, whether it is finding a perfect gift to save time, or even give them an opportunity to give back a part of something bigger than the holiday season. Put yourself in their shoes, and you can position your solution as much better than your competitors for their specific needs. And because you have done all the work to identify these ideal folks, you're better equipped now to express the value that you can offer. So it's time to think how you can engage your customers. The word here is engage. You can try traditional incentives like coupons. It could be buy one, get one free, 20% off on Thursday. One that I really like is get one for you, for a friend, and then one for you. So these are really real winners with moms who often put themselves in the bottom of the gift list. If you don't have items that you can really give a discount on, you can always consider free content for your holiday promotion. Downloadable content gives your audience access to inside tips and information. It allows you to use your expertise to provide a benefit for your customers. This can include things like a holiday gift guide, an ebook, or even advice for using your products or services, and any exclusive content you may be able to provide. You might be a realtor. It's obvious you can't offer buy one, get one free on homes, or not even 10% off the listing. But you can encourage them to put together like a comprehensive seller's guide or buyer's guide and offer them as a free download for people entering the house markets. So when I talk about those downloads, it's just a regular Word document where you put things looking pretty and have all your advice. You save that as a PDF file, and then people can download that file to get it. It becomes like a booklet, a brochure. The only thing is it's not printed. People download it. Maybe you have events. Maybe you have events coming up for the holidays that are important, so you can put offers in regarding that. And then business to business companies. If your customers are other businesses, this is another case for offering your expertise. You can offer free consultation, a discount on a service, or bundle an offer by providing a little bit extra for a lower rate. The idea here is to stay top of mind and let people know or just remind them of the array of different services you offer. Educational information is something great you can offer your customers. People love simple how-to information and tips. Consider giving them step-to-step solutions to problems. Give them an insight to the latest trends in your industry. And people love lists, such as top trends of 2025 or 2026, or 3 ways to save for the holidays. Those are things that you can offer as well. And then if you are a non-profit, a year to end appeal is a great way to encourage support for your causes. And it's a Giving Tuesday, that is the highlight of that season. So make sure that you have that included in your list as well. And so let's take a look at the channels that you can use, because once you have identified what you need to do, what goals you're going to reach, who your client is, and how you can solve and what you're going to offer, you need to look at all the different channels, and you need to make all of these channels work together. When you use email marketing, for example, make sure you include a clickable link back to your website. And you also want to promote that offer on your social media and on your Google business profile. So all of it comes together, and it usually ends up on your website, where they always can find the details, and hopefully there you have the options there to click to either make a purchase right there, or to set up a phone call or fill in a form. So let's start with a website. This is a fundamental element, but it's also a good opportunity to make sure you are optimizing it for the season. So what do you need to do? You need to consider whatever offer you are going to send out, whatever promotion you're going to send out, you want to make sure that that shows up on the front page of your website. And you can also create what we call landing pages. We have talked about landing pages in previous webinars. A landing page is a page on your website that is exclusively for one purpose. In this holiday season, it would be a holiday offer of some kind. If you have control over your website and you can go in and set up a page on your website, that's what you're going to do if you do it or your webmaster do it. But if this is way out of your control, if you're using Constant Contact, the email marketing company and service that we are using here, they have built in so you can create, we can call them landing pages, that looks like more or less like a web page. And the purpose for that one is for people to find out more information and take action. So on your website, of course, make sure your offer is there, and also make sure that you have a pop-up marker on your website so you can collect people's email addresses, because if they are interested enough and start to read your website, this is a perfect opportunity to encourage them to join and read your emails. So here is an example of join our mailing list and receive 20% off your first holiday shopping. So not only are we collecting email addresses so we forever and ever can send them updates and information, you also have an offer in here that really make it attractive to sign up. The next thing you need to do and prepare for that, make sure that your listings and review sites have updated information. I'm sorry. Many people are going to searching for businesses and products and gift buying inspiration ahead of time. So utilize your business listing and reviews so people can find you. In this example, we are looking at the Google business profile. Make sure you have that updated with your holiday hours. Make sure that the contact information is correct. And as you can see in this example at the bottom here, you can even add your products, and you can add posts of upcoming events or specials. So make sure you have that updated. That's going to help you in Google searches. And when you pop up, the information you have there is correct. The next thing is to reach more people on social. Of course, you want to update your profile information here as well with your holiday hours and so on. But what kind of social media posts should your audience think about? Should your audience see? And how are you going to make sure you stand out a bit? So let's look at a couple of examples. You can have just picture of encourage people to join your email list as we did before. You can have behind the scenes pictures, and you can create Facebook events in here. And you can also use location tagging. So you use hashtags for your items. So those are really powerful things you can use when you create your social media post. And we did talk about hashtags and how that can be very strong. So go back and look at one of our previous webinars just about hashtags. Then it's time to send out your email offer. This email can reach everyone directly in the inbox, and you don't need to rely on social media feeds to controlled by algorithms. As soon as someone has signed up and are ready, then they are going to get your offer in their email inbox. Well, it was one more thing I was going to say. So make sure that you create this early on. So you never send your first email about your offer on Black Friday. That is the single most busy day of the year across the entire email industry. So you don't want your offer to become a needle in the haystack. So ensure that your first communication is sent at least 3-4 days in advance. And if you send anything on Black Friday itself, it should be at least a last chance reminder. So if you're on for profit, what are you going to write? First, you need to create a headline that says what you're offering. The goal with the headline is to stop the reader and lead them to your message body. The body here should be short and sweet, and it should have the most important information, and then you need the call to action. In this example, the call to action is buy for a friend. When someone clicks on the button, they should go directly to a page that is set up to purchase this package for a friend. And it also offers a second person where the cost is 50% off. Make sure that the link takes them exactly to where you want them to go, and don't want them to have to like search around on your website, because they will just close out the website and forget about it if they have to hide, if they have to try to find it on your website. Same thing goes for nonprofit, really, here. For the headline, you will answer what are you trying to accomplish here. And in the body here, you want to answer, why should the reader care? And then you need a call to action where you want to answer, how can the reader get involved? Make sure you have the landing page ready for all of that. I'm losing my voice here, but I don't have any coffee pills around. Then you can amplify what you're doing here, and you can do ads, lead ads with email subscriber, Facebook, Instagram ads, and even Google ads. It is super important to know here. To setting this up the very first time, I highly recommend that you do what's called boosting. That is, you take a post that have gone well and people have reacted to, and then you just put a little bit extra to it. With Facebook and Instagram, they make it really simple for you to go in and put in your credit card and put how much money you will spend behind it. But you really only have met the people that already subscribe to you. If you want to find a totally new audience that is beyond what you have on your social media now, you need to create ads. And ads are, in one way, easy on Facebook and Instagram. It's pretty inexpensive compared with Google, but it takes time. In average, you create between 3 and 5 different images and text for one of your messages, and you put that together with money, and you let it run for a few days or few weeks, and the computer and the algorithms is going to pick the image and the text that works best and gives the best results. They are going to use that one. So even if your offer is only for a few days, maybe only for Black Friday or for the week before and after Thanksgiving, you still need to add, and let's get that started well in advance, because again, it takes a while to dial in how the Facebook ads are using. And if it's your first time, you really need to get started early just to see how it works. But it is a very efficient way to reach brand new customers. So in a study that Google did a while back, they found that there were these types of shoppers. They were the evergreen one, the ones that shop all season for the holidays. And then you have the early bird ones, the ones that want to get it done early. So that's why we have pre-holiday and Black Friday to Super Friday shoppers. They want to be very active. Taylor and I, we just talked about it this morning, that you see all those different offers already out there. So those are the early bird ones that are, oh, this is on sale. Okay, let's do this. So you might be one of them that wants to have those offers. And then there are always a lot of people that are last minute shoppers. Among the early bird ones is also the deal seekers. So you have to think about, how do you best position yourself and what different things do you offer at different times. So don't look at the dates for this one, because this is an earlier year here. Thanksgiving was on the 28th that year and not on the 27th that we have this year. But I want you to look at this calendar and the plan, because in the right column, you have a ledger here. So you can see that anything that is the blue one, those are emails being sent out. So in this case, the 2 weeks before, they have an email announcement of your offer. On the 20th, the next Thursday, it's a reminder about the offer, and then the last chance reminder. And you can put those things so you have everything. First of all, if you start getting things ready right now, you are going to prepare all of this content. So it's going to be, in this case, it's 3 emails There are just one ad, but it's updating the website well in advance. And then you have different listings and so on. So, and the most of it is social media and events. So make sure you prepare all of that and they all have the same goal. And don't be worried that you have the same kind of content and offer in an email as you have in an ad and in social media. People are looking and consuming content different ways. You have some that don't never go to social media. They are really needing your emails. And then you have people never looking at their emails, they only look at social media. So you need the message, and it's the same message in different places. So last but not least, how do you prepare for ongoing success after the holiday? So you need to take a look here, like, what did they purchase? Did they visit your website? Did they join your email list? Did they contact you? You need to make sure you keep track of what's happening and put notes in, because you want to make sure that next year you have learned something from this year that you can implement next year. And then after the holiday offer, I mean, this number, that post-holiday spending, 80% of people 18 to 24 years old plan to shop on December 26th to January 1st. A lot of people typically has cash or gift cards at that time to spend. So how can we capitalize on this extra spending money? Make sure you, again, stay top of mind and get something for yourself. Utilize that, might be very successful in this area. And you are, again, going to do the same thing for the after holiday, and it could be the first of the year as well. Make sure your website is updated. After the holidays, you need to make sure you remove images and anything that has to do with the holidays on the website. Make sure that you have the new open hours open and so on. And make sure that you show your value and expertise. Don't go quiet on them. Continue sending them emails and putting social media out there, because we really have this 80 to 20 rule. It needs to be on top of your mind, where 80% is educational and 20% is sales. And when I say the 80%, that could be funny things, it can be educational, it could be informative, it can be behind the scenes, but it's not sales. Only 20% of your social media posts should be sales posts. So let's do a recap here. Take some time now to write down and what you're going to do, and make sure you're on track, and make sure that you got the fundamental elements in place, all the images, all the text, all the offers you're going to have, and where and how are people going to take action, so you are ready on that part. And don't forget the after advantage. I did talk about this little worksheet, create your holiday offer. So that goes through all of the things we talked about today. So you can find that on our website under ezymarketing.com/webinar. That's where you can download that, and you are going to get a follow-up email from this webinar with a recording. And so that will have that information as well. Thank you so much. We have 1 minute left, and we have 2 webinars coming in the rest of the year. Do we have any questions today, Taylor? No, we don't have any questions, and you do have our contact information here. So if you want to contact us, write us an email or call us, and we are ready to help. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I hope to see you next month.